1:27 after the hour here in Cabot, Arkansas. My name is Mike Flanagan. I'll be bringing you the last 8 games of the 2021 Nightmare Doubles here from All Fam Bowling and Entertainment Center, again in Cabot, Arkansas. So I see you all in the chat. The first matter of business is on the last round. I called out that Ryan Barnes and TJ Rock were going to be the number. But according to some calculations, Kirkendall is how it looks on the score sheet. Kirkendall is how it's pronounced. And Wilson actually made it in at 59-47. Barnes and Rock were just 14 pins out. So my apologies. I don't like to get it wrong. I don't get it wrong that often, but I did earlier today with the score. So top 8 currently right in front of us. We'll go through who we have here. We have Tim Barrett and Kevin Williams. They are in first. It's 62-56. Hurwitz and Keplinger are in second at 62-43. Third is Lavery Spar and Holloman at 62-11. And fourth is Chapman and Ruiz at 61-30. The other 4 teams we have, which I do also have that I can cut to, they're on lanes 27 through 30. That is Rick Justice and Billy Rogers at 60-75. Brigham and Brown, Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown Jr. at 60-72. They're in 6th. Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin are in 7th at 60-49. And in 8th, just getting in there, Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson at 59-47. Those are the 8 teams that we have remaining. All pins do carry over for this round, and I see somebody already asking, what is a Baker final? Well, what that is the Baker format is when there's only one score being bowled up above on the telescores up there, and more than one person bowls that entire game out. So they rotate every other frame. So you just saw Cam Hurwitz there leave the big 4 on lane 22. Well, his partner, Alec Keplinger, is going to bowl on the left lane. He is going to bowl on the left lane throughout this entire game, and Cam will bowl on the right lane. And all the teams will be doing that for these 8 games. It should go pretty quick. It's called the Baker format when you rotate every other shot like that. There's also a 5-man Baker, 3-man Baker, 4-man Baker. There's a lot of different Baker formats out there, but this is doubles Baker now. 8 games, and the winner of each game head-to-head gets 30 bonus pins. 30 bonus pins at stake. So if you bowl 279 and win, you actually get 309 for that. So a lot can happen here. 62-56 leads. 62-43 is second. 62-11 is third. And then a bit of a gap back to 61-30 is fourth. So it's anybody's ball game here. Those bonus pins for 8 games could be 240 pins difference, which could really, if you can win matches, you can get hot, you can move up the leaderboard, and you can maybe win this baby. So that's what we have for you here. These are the top 4 teams coming in. We'll start out here. I will also call it out and send it over to the other pairs that we have. Once again, each one of these games is probably going to take about 12 minutes a game, and we've got 8 of them for you here on this Saturday afternoon, just rolling the 1:30 Central Time here on Inside Bowling. Hey guys, this event would not be possible without our great sponsors. And those sponsors are Brunswick, the Brooks Agency, Bowl 101 Pro Shop located right here inside All Fan Bowling Center and Entertainment Center as well. And also the First Community Bank right here in Cabot, Arkansas. I want to thank all the sponsors for making this happen. Last year's champion Steve Novak and Daniel Ferris just missed the cut. They just missed the cut. So they did not make the top 12 cashers round this morning. We had 8 games of qualifying for a total of 46 teams. Then we had 12 teams come back for 5 games this morning, traditional bowling doubles, and now our Baker finals. So we're glad you're with us here on Inside Bowling. Welcome everybody into the chat. If you want to support the channel, we do have a fee here. The fee is to subscribe to the channel, which is free, and to like this video, and to watch some other videos in your free time, and as well as follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And then if you want to take it to the next level, you really want to support us here, we do have our website, InsideBowling.com, where we do sell merch, and we can get that out to you in time for Christmas. They make great Christmas gifts. And also just to show your support of bowling, we've got over 500 T-shirt designs. We've got some hoodies on there. We would love to make you some stuff and send it out to your house. So every little bit helps around here. And we thank you very much for those that have already purchased this weekend. It does help us tremendously. Our next broadcast will be the Holiday Doubles coming up in December 10th through the 12th from St. Clair Bowl over in Fairview Heights, Illinois. Old Collinsville Road is where we will be for that one. But a lot of business left here at the 2021 Nightmare Doubles. Taking a look at the action here early on, Tim Barron and Kevin Williams have spare double. Hurwitz and Kleplinger are open spare. Chapman and Ruiz, spare strike, spare. And Lavery Spar, Holloman, strike, spare, strike early on here. Every time I hear Michael, your order's ready in the building, I feel like something's ready and waiting for me, nice and warm, for me to digest and enjoy. Holloman with the strike. We'll bounce out of there. We'll just take a peek here Lanes 27 through 30. You see Glenn Brown Jr. Bowling with Brian Brigman. Struggling to get started here. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers perfect through 5. Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson. Donnie's had a really rough day today. Brian's been on fire. This is the best he's thrown it in a long time, he said. It's the best he's scored on a weekend that he can remember. Donnie feels bad. He's bowled so bad this weekend, but they had a pep talk, and they've got a game plan and a strategy put together, and they've got 4 in a row and a spare currently. Also with 4 in a row and a spare, Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin. We'll take a look at Kirkendall right now. He's had the world. He's had a great look out there on the lanes. We'll also hang out here with Rick Justice, see if Rick can make it 6 in a row to start things out for his team. About 180 pins out of the lead is Justice and Rogers currently. And he leaves the 4-pin right on cue. Here's Josh Imhoff, the lefty. Throws it real good. Down and through the shot until the ball hits the pins. It's the modern game, the technical bowler. All right, let's go back over to lanes 21 through 24. Keep an eye on any lead changes here that could potentially happen, but right now Tim and Kevin are rolling right along. Looks like every NFL game is at halftime except for Washington and the Packers. So we're not competing against too many sports right now, but as soon as halftime breaks, I'm sure a lot of folks are watching the NFL today. I want to welcome everybody into the chat. This is the last round of the event. So once these 8 games are over, we're done. See, we've got some Cam Hurwitz fans here in the chat. What's the Murray mean, Matthew M? Can you explain that to me? I think I might know, but would you let me know? Could you explain that? What will they do if a team ties in a match? Good question, Brad. What will happen is each team will get 15 bonus pins. They'll split them. They did freshly oil the lanes for this squad, so this is fresh oil. Sean Lavery spar. Solid 9. Probably going to switch around a little more during this squad than I have the others, just because we do happen to have everybody up, and I do want to make sure everybody gets to see as many shots as possible. Josh Imhoff here. Going to throw it to 7. Justice and Rogers have 279 max left. They were in 5th coming in. Tim Barrett with a strike now. They still have 290 left. Hurwitz and Keplinger. You know, I mentioned earlier that I thought that the collegiate bowlers would have a bit of an advantage in this type of format, bowling every other frame, as that's what they do in college bowling. And so far, out of our top 4 here, the 2 collegiate stars don't have a strike on the board. Very surprising. I think we're going to get one here. No, we did not. Still no strikes. Matthew, is Cameron Hertz known as Murray, like from Impractical Jokers? Is that what that's from? That's what I wanted to know. Hey, Sam Ho from Hong Kong. Welcome. Ruiz with a strike. Keplinger going to get him on the board. There we go. He's excited. Celebrating that strike. Sometimes it's tough to knock them all down. Darren Chapman leaves the 7-pin. He's bowled great this weekend. Really has. Kevin Williams did not hook off the spot. Leaves the old 379. Degree of difficulty here is a 9. This is made maybe 2% of the time. This is where a guy like Anthony Simonson would throw a backup ball at something like this. All right, so 238 for Chapman and Ruiz. 258 max for Barrett and Williams. Hurwitz and Keplinger can still get to 212. And Holloman and Lavery Spar, 239. It was 214 for Kirkendall, his team. And Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin finished with 216. It was 258 for Rick Justice and Billy Rogers, and 192 for Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown Jr. Those scores are final from the other bay. Mr. Perez, nice to see you. This is a house oil pattern. Yes, it is. We got the Netherlands and Hong Kong in the house today. Welcome, everyone. About 15 minutes for that game. Keplinger now is throwing 2 strikes in a row on lane 21. And as they move around, each team is going to bowl on each pair twice. Or should bowl on each pair twice. One pair they will only bowl on once. But so good to keep notes on that when you go back to the pair. So lanes 21 and 22. Looking around here to see when they would go back there. So game number 6, Hurwitz and Keplinger will be back on this pair, which I'm sure they're not looking forward to that right now. They'll be bowling Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman. So Imhoff and McMartin get the W. They get 30 bonus pins. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers will get 30 bonus pins. Chapman and Ruiz are going to get the bonus pins. And Williams and Barrett definitely going to get the bonus pins here. 240 to 192. 238 to 217 for Chapman and Ruiz over Lavery Spar and Holloman. It's a great opportunity, again, everybody, to let you know this would not be possible without our great sponsors. Folks, if you're looking for a new bowling ball, make sure you head out and check out the Brunswick family of brands. Brunswick makers of 7 brands now of bowling balls and accessory brands as well. Also, Brad Brooks, the Brooks Agency. Give Brad a call if you're in town, you're looking for some help with your business. Check out the Brooks Agency. Also, Bowl 101 Pro Shop right inside of here. Brian Kennedy, his Pro Shop. He and his wife, Shauna. Check out Bowl 101. They do great things here. New sponsor this year, First Community Bank. If you're here in the Cabot area, check out First Community Bank for all your banking needs, where community comes first. All right, game number 2 coming up next. Looks like here on 27 and 28, we're going to have Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger taking on Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz. Right next door, we're going to have Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett taking on Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman. Other matchups that we'll have, Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown are going to take on Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson. And then Rick Justice and Billy Rogers taking on Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin. If you do want to check out the standings after the last squad, you can go to Inside Bowling on Twitter and on Facebook, and you can check out the standings for qualifying in. Looks like Tim Barron's going to continue to lead off. Kevin Williams bowling anchor here in the Baker format. Sean Lavery Spar also going to lead off. The righties are having the lefties anchor. Seeing a lot of that.
CJ, your order's ready. CJ, your order's ready.
Oh, man. Threw a lot of pins at that one. Mr. Ruiz. Michael Holloman. I love the way his ball comes off the end of the pattern. Just angles right into the pocket perfectly. All right, I've got standings here, everybody, after the first game. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett now at 65-26. Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger in second at 64-35. Sean Lavery Spar, Michael Holloman, 64-28. Darren Chaffin, Aaron Ruiz, 63-98. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers are at 63-63. Josh Heimhoff and Jimmy McMartin are at 62-95. Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown are at 62-64. And Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson at 61-61. It's currently right now 91 pins. The lead for Williams and Barron over Hurwitz and Keplinger. Tim 7-10s. Justin C. has a very good observation here. I should have mentioned that. And yes, it's true. He asks, isn't Keplinger PWBA champion Sandra Jo Shire's son? And yes, he is. Look at this ball hook off the spot. Boom. Michael Holloman is using just about every board on the lane right now. They're killing me with all the pizzas in here right now. Pizza everywhere. Game number one, the high game in the building, was Rick Justice and Billy Rogers with 258, followed by Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett with 240, then Darren Chaffin and Aaron Ruiz with 238, and the other winning score was 216 by Imhoff and McMartin. And I mention this because I actually want to move over and show you that Rick Justice After they just bowled 258, these guys got a lot of momentum. They got the first 3. They're looking for 4 in a row here. See if they can get it right under the Nightmare Doubles banner. The banner pair. There we go. And he's got it. Well, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. See if they can keep it going here. Yes. Front 5. Here's Holloman now. He and Lavery Spar working on 290. Bowling against the leaders right now. Trying to get a W up on the board. Again, this is Baker format. Every other frame for each team. Sam Ho, I'm loving your comments in the chat. I'm loving it. You know, this is the first broadcast that I've been on since Squid Game has come out. Y'all watch Squid Game? Thought about coming up with a format called Squid Game Bowling, but I'm afraid nobody would show up. Keplinger and Hurwitz only bowled 192 the first game. Same score Brigman and Brown also put up on the scoreboard. That was the low game in the building. Both had 192, but nice rebound here for Keplinger and Hurwitz. Just to let you guys know, I showed the 4th and 5th strikes pretty quickly there from Rick Justice and Billy Rogers. Rick Justice just finally threw the 6th shot and missed the head pin to the right, left the 1-2. This game here taking a little bit longer. Players are a little more deliberate here during this second game. Approaching the 2 o'clock hour here. Again, everybody, we're glad you're with us. We are in Cabot, Arkansas. Name of the bowling center. We are at All Fam Bowling and Entertainment Center. This event put on by Brian Kennedy and Corky's Chisholm. They run great events together. Brad Moore wants to talk Squid Game with me, wants to get my thoughts on why the main character has 2 different birthdays in that series. Any thoughts, Mike? Yeah, I think the director just messed up. I think it was an oversight. But yeah, I did see that too. A movie miscue. Yes, this is on a house shot, by the way. Can't quite trip the 4-pin there, so that string is over, the front 6. Tim almost 7 tens, leaves just the 10. Going to show you here, we've got some finals here. We got 209 for Kirkendall and Wilson. And we've got Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown. 247 left. Again, Justice and Rogers can still bowl 278. 221 left out there. For Imhoff and McMartin. Remember, 30 bonus pins at stake here. Holloman and Lavery Spar going to get the 30 bonus here over Williams and Barrett. Best Williams and Barrett can bowl is 214. Lavery Spar and Holloman can bowl 249, so add 30 to that. That'll be 79. They'll pick up 60, 60-ish. And then Hurwitz and Keplinger right next door. Still have 279 left. 259 left for Chafin and Ruiz. Pretty high scoring here. Hurwitz got the light mixer. How about that? .249 the final for Lavery Spar and Holloman. Kevin Williams going to try to finish it up, 214, and does. Chapman trying to finish things up for 259. And Keplinger waiting to bowl. All right, that puts him in the 250s right there.
Well, that's it. Your order's ready.
10 here will force Alec Keplinger to go up in the 10th frame and deliver the first strike. All right. So Darren Chapman did all he needed to do right there. 259. Will it be enough, folks? Good finish. So Alec Keplinger needs a strike here to get to 30 bonus pins for his team. 279 left. And 4 pins. You know, and in my opinion here, you know, I realize he was waiting to figure out what he needed to do. But I think I might have gone up and just thrown the shot. You know, that was a lot of time to think about that one. And I know if there was a different result, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now. And we can nitpick and second guess everything that, you know. But I think if I'm Alec, I just get up and just make the shot, you know. But 258 is the most they can get, so Darren Chapman did what he needed to do in the 10th frame through 3 strikes. They threw the last 9 to get to 259. They're going to get 30 bonus pins. Keplinger and Hurwitz are having 30 pins taken away, just swept out right from underneath them right here. Again, easy for me to say after the fact. It was 257 for Rick Justice and Billy Rogers after they bowled 258. So they're 115 over plus 30 bonus pins each game. It's pretty impressive. They're making a run here. It was 246 for Brian Brigham and Glenn Brown. They get the W down there on lanes 21 and 22 over Kirkendall and Wilson. So now in game number 3, which is beneficial to go ahead and update our graphic down below, we are now officially in game number 3. Good seeing you, Tony. Have a good one. Travel safe. I just felt this really nice, slow caress of my back as someone walked by, and it was Tony Yarborough shaking my hand and thanking me for coming and streaming. I told you earlier, Tony Yarborough is one of the best people in the world. Yeah, Carl's, you know, waiting around, seeing what you need to do, right? Like, some people thrive in those moments and want that, but I don't know. It's interesting to think about. You know, that's why bowling's such a great sport. Because there's so many different ways that you can get to success and outcomes. So this thing is not over, is not a blowout with 6 to go here. A lot of things can still happen. A lot of different scenarios here. I'm really impressed with Rick Justice and Billy Rogers bowling 258, 257 and getting 2 wins. They're 2-0. Will they go 3-0? And they're eating pizza. That's the other cool part of it. They've been eating a pizza and moving it pair to pair this entire time. Pizza striking. I love it. Thanks, Carl B. Appreciate you. Got my standings coming. All right, Kevin Williams, Tim Barrett, your leaders at 67-40. In second now, it's 67-07, just 33 pins behind Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman. At 66-93, that's 14 behind Lavery Spar and Holloman. We got Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger. In fourth now is Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz. They're at 66-87, so this is tight. 66-87 is fourth, 67-40 is leading. Then it's 66-50 now. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers, they are on the move. They are just 90 out of the lead in fifth. Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown are at 65-40. They're 110 back of fifth. 65-06 is Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin. And Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson are in eighth at 63-70. They've got some work to do. Yeah, Brad, I'm going to probably get going down the road. I got 5.5-ish hours to get home, and I'm craving some St. Louis food, so I'm probably going to grab like a Slim Jim or something from the gas station and then make my way up the road and have a nice meal here this evening. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to hold out. Brandon, it was nice to see you, man. It was nice to see you. Kevin with the 3-7-9. Again, they have a 33-pin lead right now. All right, Rick Justice. Little spare double action here. Billy Rogers, Rick Justice. Like I said, they bowled 258, 257. They got 2 wins under their belt. I got a tough one here, though, against Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz. All the teams that are left are tough outs, that's for sure. You see Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson just kind of pacing with Barrett and Williams. Neither team bowling too well on this pair. Even the shots Kirkendall doesn't like, they still strike. If I had to have somebody throw a shot for my life right now, it would probably be him in this building this weekend. No offense to the rest of the competitors out there. Take you over 27 through 30, where we see old Michael Holloman with the front 5. He and Sean Lavery spar. They got the front 5. Every time they get to second, they bowl a huge game. And they are in second right now. Right next door, you see the 2 young studs here in Keplinger and Hurwitz. They got 280 left. But Glenn Brown Jr., Brian Brigman, they've only missed twice. A couple of 9 spares in there through 6, so anybody's ball game over here. All right. Strike. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it, buddy. You know what I think the question everybody wants to know right now? What's wrong with the Kansas City Chiefs? Jeez. Just so you guys know, just for a quick little football talk, I said on these airways before the season started, I believe it was in Springfield, that my picks for the Super Bowl this year, and this is before the season started, you can go back and look it up, I picked the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans for the Super Bowl, with the Rams winning it all. That was my pick. And I don't have an issue with any of the players on the Rams or the coaching staff. I have an issue with their owner big time. So I really don't want them to win. But that was my Super Bowl prediction. Rams, Titans. And the Titans got smoked by Arizona the first game of the season. And I had a lot of people text me and tell me, not a lot, a handful of people text me, oh, yeah, how about your Titans? How about that Titans pick? I like what Bobby says. Mahomes has the Madden curse. I like the Cincinnati Bengals. I like Burrow. Oh, somebody's calling me out. I did pick the Giants to win the NFC East. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. See, we do have religious listeners here. I'm bullish on the Giants. I think Daniel Jones is okay. I really do. I think he's all right. And I thought Kenny Golladay would be a great pickup this year. I thought Saquon coming back would be great. And I liked Evan Ingram a lot. And Sterling Shepard I thought was a very underrated receiver. And Darius Slayton really stepped into a nice role. I just thought, man, the Giants, you know. And I wasn't sold on the Cowboys. Certainly wasn't sold on Washington. And, you know, I do like Jalen Hurts, but he just doesn't have enough of a core around him to support him. And I just thought, man, the Giants, this could be the year for the Giants to win the NFC East. And then basically everybody on their team got hurt, pretty much. Daniel Jones, I can't believe he came back after that hit a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'll take the L. I'll take the L on the Giants. Although there's a lot of season left, I know you're going to laugh at me. Thank you, Marem63, for holding me accountable today. Thank you. Josh Imhoff looking for a double for his team. They can still bowl 236. It's still available. Michael Holloman and Sean Lavery Spar, though, however, have 268 left. Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown. 226 is what they have left. Keplinger and Hurwitz can still bowl 259. So a couple of big games here. Kirkendall and Wilson's posted 195. Williams and Barrett can strike out for 220. Second shot in the 10th for Kevin. I guess I could take you there. I'll take you there. And then right next door, as you can see, 247 left for Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz. Justice and Rogers can bowl 256. Be their third 250 game in a row. Earlier I mentioned that, you know, Keplinger was waiting to bowl, but I guess the way that they're bowling is they wait for the other team to finish first and then you bowl. They're bowling like stepladder on TV instead of rapid fire. So maybe it was professional courtesy to not bowl yet. So I'll take back what I said about the decision to bowl. It just looks like they're consistently doing this. I don't know why when everyone has to drive home why they wouldn't just kind of pair and not make this like TV. But hey, you know, to each their own. It's taken an hour to bowl 3 games. It's taken 20 minutes a game, which is a little bit longer pace than what I was anticipating, especially with a pair between the 2 bays. But that's okay. Michael Holloman says, hey, I'm trying to throw as many strikes as possible over here. He's got 268 left. All right, I'm going to bounce out of here because these matches are pretty much determined here. So we do have an exciting match taking place over here on 21 and 22. Darren Chafin going up in the 10th frame. They can strike out for 247. Rick Justice, Billy Rogers can finish with 245. Got a delay in the action here. Okay, so with the double in the 10th frame, 8 for a tie, 9 or better for a win. That is assuming Rick Justice were to go up in the 10th frame and throw 3 strikes. Let's make it interesting. 7 or 8 here. Nope, no doubter. Not out of my man Darren. He's been nails. 247 gets the W. 245 not going to be enough. Not enough. Still a nice run by Rick Justice. Billy Rogers, 258, 257, 235 to start their day. All right. All right, all right, all right. Game 4. We are now officially in game number 4. Glad you're with us. I'm Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling, bringing you today's coverage of the 2021 Nightmare Doubles. We are here in Cabot, Arkansas for the second annual 2021 Nightmare Doubles. It's the Baker Finals here. We had 46 teams take to the lanes in qualifying yesterday over 2 squads. Had 12 cashers come back this morning, about 5 more games. And now here we are in game number 4 of 8 of our Baker Finals. We got started about 1:30. So it is now 2:30. So it's going to take another hour from here. Put us at 3. Yeah, it's going to be about 4:30 or so. So Holloman and Lavery Spur taking on Glenn Brown Jr. and Brian Brigman. Hurwitz and Keplinger. Taking on I'm Off and McMartin. And then next door, 27 and 28, we've got Rick Justice and Billy Rogers taking on Tim Barrett and Kevin Williams. And then over on 29 and 30, we've got Kirkendall and Wilson taking on Chapman and Ruiz. All right, we got a lead change. Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman are now at 7,005. 15 pins back. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett in second. Third is Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger at 69.71. So that's only 34 pins behind the leaders. At 69.64, which is only 7 back, are Hurwitz and Keplinger, is Chapman and Ruiz. Chapman and Ruiz are 3-0 in match play, 90 bonus pins awarded. And then we got to go back 80 pins to get to fifth, which is Rick Justice and Billy Rogers at 68.84. Then at 67.56, we got Brigman and Glenn Brown Jr. 67.56. At Josh Imoff and Jimmy McMartin are seventh at 67.42. And bringing up eighth, Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson, 65.65. Game 8 is a position round here today. Ooh, almost picked the 410. Gave it a run anyway, I should say. You got to touch a pin to almost pick it, I guess. But he went for it. Checking on our other pairs, give you an idea of what's happening. Kevin Williams picks up the 1, 3, what was that, 6, 7? Lavery Spar wraps at 10 on 21. Hurwitz through the nose. 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, gets the 9 out. It's 2:45 left for Brigman and Brown. Holloman and Lavery Spar. 2:59 left. Imhoff and McMartin can bowl 2:49. Keplinger and Hurwitz can bowl 2:28. .246 is still left for Justice and Rogers. They're taking on Williams and Barrett. Williams and Barrett can still bowl 266. Both teams are through 7 frames. Kirkendall and Wilson. Can bowl 221, but Ruiz and Chapman are going to go to 4-0 as they've got 279 left with the 9th and 10th to go. Hurwitz with a strike in the 9th. Holloman and Lavery Spar are going to get the W here. It's just a matter of how high is it going to be. 248 still left out there. Imhoff and McMartin, 228. Got a possibility of a tie here. Not anymore. Keplinger and Hurwitz can step up in the 10th frame. It can bury 3 here. Alec can, and that would give him a 1-pin win and get 30 bonus pins. So 3 strikes get you 30. .236 was the final score for Chapman and Ruiz. Kirkendall and Wilson can't get there. So 4-0 to start. Halfway through. Keplinger gets the first hit in the 10th, by the way. You saw it right here. Holloman is big wheeling it still. Billy Rogers has thrown a double in the 10th frame over on 27 and 28, which is going to force Kevin Williams to double in the 10th. Alec leaves the 10 pin, so that's not going to be a win there. This is a need 8 or better. Gets it. All right, so 212 for Rick Justice, Billy Rogers. Kevin Williams must double in the 10th frame and get 3 pins for the win. So here's Kevin. This is kind of a big moment here. You know, these guys have been in the lead a lot of the day. They're 15 behind Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman at the current moment. They just posted 248 with a win. Kevin 3 sevens. So they are not going to get the win, and they're probably, well, he's probably about 40% on this. But I was going to say sub 200. And yeah, sub 200, 197, the final score, and Kevin's not happy about that at all. That's a big swing right there. Hurwitz and Keplinger were only 19 behind. They bowled 216. So they're now tied for second. And actually, I take that back. Chapman and Ruiz with 236 and 30 bonus is 66. They're going to go around. Chapman and Ruiz, I believe, are going to go to second. Let's see where we want to go with these matchups here. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Tim and Kevin Williams respond here. As we go into game number 5. Nobody's in a hurry to get this game started either. They are really taking their time. All right, got standings already. Sean Lavery Spar, Michael Holloman, 72-83. Second now, Darren Chafin and Aaron Ruiz, 72-30. So 53 pins separate first and second. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett go to third. They're at 71-87. They now find themselves 96 pins back of first. Cam Hurwitz, Alex Keplinger, 71-87. They're tied with Williams and Barrett now. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers at 71-26. They're 61 back of both Hurwitz and Keplinger and Williams and Barrett. Josh Imoff and Jimmy McMartin are at 69-99. Brian Brigham and Glenn Brown are at 69-48. And Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson are at 67-74. That's your standings. So Sean Lavery Spar, Michael Holloman, they have gone to the lead. And they're staying there, and they're starting to separate themselves. Darren Chaff and Aaron Ruiz are perfect 4-0 thus far to start the day. And we roll on here. Our matchups in this game, we've got Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin with Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett. Barrett now bowling anchor for their team, making the switch there in the lineup. And then we've got Darren Chaffin and Aaron Ruiz looking to go 5-0, taking on Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown. Down on 27 and 28, we got Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman taking on Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson. Then we got Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger taking on Rick Justice and Billy Rogers. And you know what's kind of crazy sometimes, you don't expect this to happen, and that's when it does, is, you know, we've got the first place team and the last place team bowling each other over on 27 and 28. And I'm going to take you over there now. And with as good as Brian Kirkendall has been bowling, and Donnie Wilson's just been off his game here this weekend, it wouldn't shock me if we saw an upset here. If we saw Kirkendall and Wilson pull a game out here, and Holloman and Lavery Spar, you know, who's just been cruising and rolling, bowling 217, 249, 268, 248, you know, as opposed to Kirkendall and Wilson, who have bowled 214, 209, 209, and 195. You know, it wouldn't shock me here if we get a little upset. I've just seen it far too many times. Kirkendall and Wilson giving Lavery Spar and Holloman all they can handle here. Got a high-scoring contest here. Runs them over. Tim and Kevin. Spare, triple. Brown and Brigman. Strike, spare, double. Now 2-pin. And Imhoff and McMartin are perfect through 5. Trying to make it 6. So with the string now over, I'm going to we'll come back and revisit this one. But look at Kirkendall and Wilson here. 290 max score, 277 for Lavery Spar and Holloman. Lavery Spar with a 7-pin. All right, so now with Holloman now leaving the single pin here, Donnie Wilson and Brian Kirkendall can pull off this upset. Got the first place team bowling the last place team. I've seen it so many different times. Still a nice score out there on the board for Holloman and Lavery Spar, 245. But Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson right here. Got a chance at 290, plus 30 bonus. Gives you 120. Donnie leaves the 4-pin. Got to go check back in over here. Oh, look at that messenger come across. So Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett can still bowl 279. Imhoff and McMartin can bowl 278. And they've missed once, and Williams and Barron have missed twice. And Williams and Barron are just trying to get something going here. Just trying to get something going after they've gone from first to tied for third. Kevin does deliver there, so it's going to be up to Tim here in the 10th frame to strike out, and he can shut him out. Tim controls their destiny here. Double and 9, possibility of a tie. 3 strikes. W. And remember, this is the first game that Tim has bowled anchor. Kevin's been anchor in this the entire day here. First 4 games. So now here's Tim anchoring the team. First shot in the 10th. Back. Now keep in mind, Chafin and Ruiz, they have not lost in this Baker match play with 30 bonus pins being awarded. Best they can do is 215 though. They could potentially go down to Brigman and Brown. Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson are finished with 259. They're going to get the win over Lavery Spar and Holloman. And that'll be their first win of the day. And their best score in Baker by 45 pins. It's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Tim with his double. Number 9, possibility of a tie. 8 or less. Imhoff and McMartin can go up in the 10th frame and steal it. But I think Tim's probably going to strike here. And it's all going to be for not. 9 would be a tie. Possibility of a tie. Tim gets 9. So now we have that possibility of a tie. Got a little animation and a little excitement going on over here. We've got Rick Justice and Billy Rogers right now. Can bowl 266. Keplinger and Hurwitz, best they can do is 250. That seals it. Back over to Imhoff, and looks like Tim and Kevin are gonna survive here with the 278. So back in control. It was 233 for Holloman and Lavery Spar, so 233 for them, and 278 plus 30 is 108 for Tim and Kevin. So that's about 70 pins they'll pick up. They were 96 behind. And Aaron Ruiz and Darren Chapman, they were in second, but now they are going to move back down as the best they can do is 195, and they're going to take the L. So that's the first time we've seen these guys make any mistakes. 266 the final number for Justice and Billy Rogers, and they weren't too far behind either. So they're making a run at this thing. They're going to go around. No, they're not going to go around, but they're much closer now to Keplinger and Hurwitz. So it's definitely tightening up here. And instead of just being 1, 2, or 3 teams going after this thing, looks like we're still going to have 5 in the mix. Five within real striking distance with 3 to go. Nice finish by Alec. That's going to take us to game number 6. So we got Rick Justice and Billy Rogers taking on Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson. Right next door we got Keplinger and Hurwitz taking on Holloman and Lavery Spar. Over on 27 and 8, Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett taking on Chapman and Ruiz. That'll be a tough matchup. Then we've got Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown taking on Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin. That's over on 29 and 30. I'll be right back, everybody. All right, everybody, I got standings now. Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman are leading at 75-16. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett making a charge again here after bowling 278 and getting the win. They're at 74-95, so they're only 21 pins behind now. 58 pins behind Williams and Barrett is Hurwitz and Keplinger at 74-37. At 74-22, Rick Justice and Billy Rogers are now in fourth. Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz now at 74-15. And then the other three teams are quite a bit back. At 72-42 is Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin. Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown are at 72-16. And Kirkendall and Wilson at 70-63. Rick Justice, Billy Rogers really making a nice run of it here. They bowled 258, 257, 234, 212, 266 their games so far here in Baker. Holloman and Lavery Spar have a lead in their match. Over Keplinger and Hurwitz. I'm going to move down and get an update on what's going on in the other bay here. You got Williams and Barrett. Started with a double and then 4 consecutive spares. Chapman and Ruiz have 243 left. That's exactly what Barrett and Williams have left. Imhoff delivers a strike. So now they can bowl 257, 279 left for Brigman and Brown. So we're really watching 5 teams right now. 5 teams all in the hunt, all within 100 pins of each other. Chapman and Ruiz and Williams and Barrett. This is a big one right here. Over on lanes 27 and 28. Kirkendall, Wilson can finish with 213. Justice and Rogers, 246 is their max. Making this run. If they can finish out, that'd be 76 more. Lavery Spar now up in the 10th. Bowl 256. Keplinger and Hurwitz, best they can do is 244. So big strike there for Lavery Spar. And now he's anchoring the team. Holloman was anchoring the team earlier. He's anchoring the team now. Rick Justice delivers a strike, so these bonus pins really important. Keplinger and Hurwitz bowled a great game, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Oh, especially with that 9 falling out late. It's 256 for your leaders, and they're going to get the W. It's going to be tough to catch that, so they will extend their lead. Don't forget the 8th game is a position round. Take it back down to Kevin Williams.
Layton, your order is ready. Layton, your order is ready.
There was a big split conversion down here by Chapman and Aaron Ruiz. It was Ruiz with the conversion. Chafin and Ruiz can bowl 223. Tim Barron can strike out in the 10th for he and Kevin Williams and bowl 222. They can post a number, and basically everything Tim does, Chafin's going to have to answer. You can't see Tim right now, but he is on the approach. Tim gets the first hit. Tim leaves a flat 10 there. 212. Got a possibility of a tie here. 9 spare strike. We could have a tie. 212 each. Let's say they're not. They don't have the L yet here. Okay. 212. But when Lavery Spar and Holloman are bowling 250 and winning, Tim knows they got to get some more pins. Huge shot right there for Darren Chapman. Looks like needs 10 on 2 balls. Needs to avoid a split. 2 to play here. 2 to play. Doubles in the 10th, going to be in the 220s now.
Steve, your order's ready, Steve.
And 259 is the number for Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown. So that's going to just about do it. One more shot here for game number 6. Head into 7. Thanks for joining me all weekend, everybody. Hopefully you've learned something about bowling or been entertained in some sort of way here on Inside Bowling. Again, hey, folks, this wouldn't be possible without our great sponsors, Brunswick, Brooks Agency, Bowl 101, and First Community Bank. I'm Mike Flanagan, bringing you the coverage here with 2 to play here from the Baker Finals at the 2021 Nightmare Doubles. We are in Cabot, Arkansas. We'll get our matchup set here. Take you around the horn down on 21 and 22. We've got Darren, Chapman, and Aaron Ruiz taking on Josh Heimhoff and Jimmy McMartin. Right next door here we got Tim and Kevin. They're taking on Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown. Down on lanes 27 and 28, we've got Brian Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson taking on Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger. And then we've got Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman taking on Rick Justice and Billy Rogers down on 29 and 30. And I think we'll go there now as they are battling it out. Both teams can still win. All good, all good. All right, so I've got standings here after game number 6. 78-01 is the total for Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman. 77-07. That's 94 pins back, Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett. Just 9 pins back of them is Rick Justice and Billy Rogers. That's why this is such a big game right here. Justice and Rogers, man, they've been coming today. They bowled 258, 257, 234, 212, 266, and 246. They are on the move. Then in fourth right now, Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz, they are at 76, 68, 30 back of Justice and Rogers. Hurwitz and Keplinger, they just haven't been able to buy a break today. They've only won one game, and they've bowled 192, 258, 248, 216, 250, and 202. They're at 76, 39. Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown find themselves in sixth. Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin in seventh. Kirkendall and Wilson in eighth. It's a big shot here for Sean Lavery. Lavery spar here. He's got a chance to make a double here after the open from their opponent. Running it out and gets it. When his bowling ball goes through the pins, it's like it takes 4 seconds to get through there. It's just, it rotates like 10 times through the pin deck. At least that's what it looks like to me, especially with the ball that he's using today. You really get to see it go through the pins and back off the back of the deck. Again, they are your leaders right here. Michael Holloman, Sean Lavery spar. Williams and Barrett now find themselves pretty far back, but every time this happens, they close. take a peek in on them in just a moment. Hallman wraps the 7, throws a couple pins at it. And let's go see how we're doing here. You got front 6 for Imhoff and McMartin. That's cool. Chapman and Ruiz got 280 max score down there, bowling against them. Brigman and Brown, possible 239. Tim and Kevin, possible 250. Justice. Boy, that pizza did them some good. They put some pizza in their system, and they've just been killing it. Possible 228 left for Justice and Rogers. And next door we got Keplinger and Hurwitz trying to put up a number. And still bowl 270. That would give them 100. They find themselves in third right now at 74-37. Keplinger and Hurwitz not out of this either. They're probably rooting for Justice and Rogers, even though they're just 15 pins behind Keplinger and Hurwitz right now with the way the scoring pace is going. That's probably who they're rooting for. Get out all-important 30 bonus pins. Hurwitz comes in light. Take you over to Tim. Looking for 3 in a row. Crosses over for a strike. That was not something he thought was going to happen on that shot. Also, we've got developing here. We've got possible 580 between the two teams on 21 and 22. Neither team looking to miss moving forward. Well, actually, I take that back. I got duped by the number again. It looked like all strikes to me from here, but I apologize. 280 max score for Chapman and Ruiz. That would give them 110. And they're 101 out. 101 out of the top right now. Actually, I take that back. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet. Looking at the wrong sheet, everybody. I don't know why somebody took my sheet and then I had an older sheet here. I got to get rid of these old sheets. That way I don't make that mistake anymore calling this out to you. Let me look at this again. I don't even know what I've just been saying. It's my bad. Okay, let's look at this again. Lavery Spar, Michael Hallman, 78.01. Kevin Williams, Tim Barrett, 77.07. Justice and Rogers, 76.98.
Austin, your order is ready.
Chapman and Ruiz, 76.68. Hurwitz and Keplinger, 76.39. So they're looking to make a run here. Keplinger and Hurwitz. Might be a little too late. But 76.39 currently is where they're at. They're in fifth. 78.01 is the number Lavery Spar and Michael Hallman are at. Justice and Rogers are 76.98. They can bowl 207. Lavery Spar and Michael Hallman are going to get the win. They're going to be in the 240s probably. They continue to separate themselves. See how easy that lane 22 scoreboard, you can't see an open frame on there? See that? Thanks, Donnie. Here's Tim. Last time on this lane, he went Brooklyn. I think he might have just adjusted off a bad shot. Still bowl 229. Get the win. But there's a lot of clapping going on over here because Lavery Spar just threw the first one in the 10th. They're going to be in the 240s. They're going to have a 100-pin lead going into the last game position round, which pretty much means they're going to win the event. Still a chance that they won't, but very possible. Very high probability that they will win this event with a 100-pin lead. They were also the pick of the litter in the last night's or Friday night's festivities. It's 236. Keplinger covers the spare. 238 left for Keplinger now. His team, Tim finishes with 229. It's 235, the final score. Lavery Spar and Holloman. Keplinger with a strike here will be 238. And he got it. It's 245 for Chapman and Ruiz. Possible 266 here for Imhoff and McMartin. I'll check on a pay structure. All right, folks. Well, that's going to do it for this round of 7 games. They're going to tally the scores, and we'll be right back with position round coming up here in just a moment here on Inside Bowling. I'm going to just bring up the title screen for now, but we'll be right back. Okay, everybody, welcome back. I'm back. Here's your standings. Your leaders are Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman. They're at 80-66. 100 pins back exactly. It's Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett. Now, with 30 bonus pins, that would mean Barrett and Kevin Williams would have to beat Holloman and Spar by 71 pins. So they need an honor score. Third is Chapman and Ruiz at 79-13. They can't get there. At 79-07, though, is fourth, Cam Hurwitz and Alex Keplinger. So we got quite a battle for third. And a possibility to get to second for those teams. Also, Rick Justice and Billy Rogers are at 79-04. So only 9 pins separate third through fifth. And then it's Josh Imhoff and Jimmy McMartin are in sixth. Brian Brigman, Glenn Brown are in seventh. And there's a battle there for that position by 20 pins. And then Kirkendall and Donnie Wilson are going to finish eighth. Also, the prize fund you were asking is $5,000 for first, $2,500 for second, $2,000 for third, $1,500 for fourth, $1,300 for fifth, $1,200 for sixth, $1,100 for seventh, $1,000 for eighth. Positions 9 through 12th, all cash for $700. So here we go. This is it. This is a position round. This is the last game of the tournament. Let's have a good one here. Let's see if we can't get some drama in here. Looks like Tim is going to anchor the team. And I didn't see who started for Lavery Spar and Holloman, but we will see in just a moment. Don't forget, if you want to sign up for the Nightmare Doubles next year, check out Corcus Chisholm on Facebook, and you can check out the Nightmare Doubles Facebook group to get more information leading into next year. Highly suggest you come out every October. Nightmare Doubles is second year. Daniel Farish and Steve Novak were the winners last year. It looks like this year it's probably going to be Michael Holloman and Sean Lavery Spar, but you never know. And it looks like Holloman will be anchoring the team this particular game as he's bowling the second frame. So math is math, and 100 pins in the lead. Holloman and Lavery Spar. Just so you know, Lavery Spar and Holloman lost the first game today. And they haven't lost since. They bowled 217 and lost, 249 and 1, 268 and 1, 248 and 1, 233. I take that back. They did lose that game. I misread. They did lose that game, 233. And then they bowled 255 and 1 and 235 and 1. So they've been bowling a ton. Barrett and Williams have been a bit up and down. 240, 214, 220, 197, 278, 212, 229. But the team that's really made a charge here today is Rick Justice and Billy Rogers. They bowled 258, 257, 234, 212, 266, 246, and then 206. I'll keep an eye and let you know what's going on down there, but we're really going to keep our eyes focused here on this position round. And already through 3 frames, Kevin Williams and Tim Barron are starting to run out of math. They have to win by 71 pins. 70 would be a tie. They cannot afford to miss at all. Again, there is some money at stake between third and fourth as well. Third, $2,000. Fourth, $1,500. Chapman and Ruiz are at 79-13, 79-07 for Hurwitz and Keplinger. And then Justice and Rogers are just right behind at 79-04. So I'll also report in on that. Justice and Rogers have started with the first 3 strikes. Here's Tim up in the fourth. And his bowling ball off the end of the pattern rolled out and left a 7-10. had a question on what the entry fee was per team. It was $450. .53 pins separates second and third. So Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett bowling to hold on to second. There's a lot of money at stake between second and fifth. Again, second place is $2,500. Third is $2,000. Fourth is $1,500. Fifth is $1,300. So these four teams duking it out for second. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it now. Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Howellman are your 2021 Nightmare Doubles champions. Sean Lavery Spark goes Brooklyn for a strike. Doesn't really matter, but you see Kevin Williams kind of laughing, giving him the smirk there. All right, so here's really the developing situation, right? So Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett, they're just trying to hold on to this game and get some bonus pins, but that Brooklyn, that's why that kind of mattered there. Because even though they're putting up a big number against Kevin and Tim, you know, Kevin and Tim still have a bunch of wood left here. Still be in the 240s. But with this bonus pin thing here, so we've got Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz, right? They're just kind of pacing around 200. And then you've got Keplinger and Hurwitz right now are just kind of, you know, they're looking like 230, 240, somewhere in there, right? But, and I'm going to go there when they're up next, Rick Justice and Billy Rogers have the front seven, okay? So because they have the front seven, they could jump to second after this game. They could get to second. And that would be remarkable if they did. It's currently right now they're receiving $1,300, and they could double their winnings in one game. And they know it. Keplinger. All right. And those are college kids trying to make some money here. But here's Rick Justice. They got the front 7. Looking for 8 in a row. He didn't like it, and he goes Brooklyn. Crosses over. So now here's Ruiz. Still got 268 left. Not his best shot. So now here's Billy Rogers. Looking for the front 9. Comes in light. Doesn't mix them up. They still got 279 left, though. Okay, I'll keep you posted on what's going on there. Back over to here. Again, Chapman and Ruiz are 53 back of Tim and Kevin. Hurwitz and Keplinger are 59 back. Justice and Rogers are 62 back of second. And there's 30 bonus pins up for grabs for 2 of these teams. Actually, all 3. Kevin's got to have this strike here to give Tim a chance to shoot in the 240s. He does get it. So if Tim strikes out, Holloman and Lavery Spar, they have an opportunity to help teams below if they beat Tim and Kevin. These are some clutch shots coming up down the stretch here for second. If you missed it, I already called it. Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman are your 2021 Nightmare Doubles champions. Tim's got to have it. Ooh, comes in light. Looked like that 7-10 hit again, but just leaves the 10. So he can be in the 220s. This is going to be really, really close for second through fifth. Really, really close. Kevin and Tim did have 53 pins on Chapman and Ruiz, 59 on Keplinger and Hurwitz. So if Keplinger and Hurwitz win this one, they would then have to have a higher score than Tim and Kevin by 29 pins. Nice break there. So that'd be 252 they would need, and they don't have enough. So Keplinger and Hurwitz can't get around Tim and Kevin. But Justice and Rogers can. Neither team on 23 and 24 can get around Tim and Kevin. They finished with 223. So we got 79.66 for them. Plus 223. Puts them at 81.89. Michael Holloman, congratulations to you and Sean Lavery Spar. You guys are champs. You guys took this thing down. You bowled great all weekend. Congratulations. $5,000 for first. They were also awarded 3,000 additional points from the festivities on Friday night. Rick Justice just left a 10 pin. Over on 27 and 28, so they can bowl 268 now. Holloman finishes with 254. So they finish with 83.20. But the story here is Kevin Williams and Tim Barron 81-89. And I'm going to take you over to Rick Justice right now. 268 is what they can total, plus 30 bonus pins would be 298. 83.20 would be their number. 83.20. Excuse me, that's not right. I was looking at my other math. Okay, here it is. 267, so that's 297 to go with their 79.04. Puts them at 82.01. Which moves them to second place. So they get to second place with that huge game right there. Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett will finish what looks to be third place, because we've got 211. 211 and a loss. 211. For Darren, Chapman, and Aaron Ruiz, plus 79.13. They finish at 81.24. And Keplinger and Hurwitz here with this 6-7. Bonus pins on the line here. So they finish with 212 and bonus pins. So that's 242. 242 plus their 79.07 equals 81.49. So that was important right there. Bonus pins in mind. 212 to 211 there. So this is your final standings. Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman, 83.20. They finished first. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers went from fifth to second that game at 82.01. Third is Kevin Williams and Tim Barron at 81.89. Fourth, Cam Hurwitz and Alec Keplinger at 81.49. And Darren Chapman and Aaron Ruiz go from third to fifth with 81.24. That's how it all shakes out here, everybody. Well, everybody, what a weekend we had here from Cabot, Arkansas. My first time here. It's here at the All Fam Bowling and Entertainment Center right here in Arkansas. What a great event we had, and what a great run this afternoon by Rick Justice and Billy Rogers to get all the way to second place. But this weekend was Sean Lavery Spar and Michael Holloman were the class of the field this weekend. Tim and Kevin, they made a nice run. They led for many different times of this event, but just down the stretch wasn't able to muster up enough strikes to be able to get there. So congratulations again to the second annual winners here at the 2021 Nightmare Doubles. You know, we couldn't make this possible without some of our great sponsors that we have for you, and I want to thank them now at this time for making the stream happen and making the event happen. I want to thank Brunswick for making great bowling products. They've got many different brands. When you're considering your next bowling ball purchase, make sure you consider a bowling ball from Brunswick. Also, Brooks Agency. Brad Brooks bowled this event. One of the great guys in bowling, and he and his company, Brooks Agency, support this event as well. So hit up Brad if you need some help there. And then also Bowl 101, the pro shop here inside the bowling center. Brian Kennedy and the entire crew that takes care of everybody here in the Arkansas area. Make sure you check out Bowl 101. They run a great shop. And then the First Community Bank right here in Cabot, Arkansas. Make sure you check out the First Community Bank. So that's going to do it here for our coverage here this weekend. My next event's going to be the Holiday Doubles, the Hammer Holiday Doubles coming up in December. No events in November, but we certainly do appreciate you being here with us, watching all these bowling events. That's why we do it. And I'm proud to do it. I'm happy to do it. And we've been doing it for about 10 years here with Inside Bowling. I can't believe it. We're approaching 40,000 subscribers here, so the fee that we do have for coming in here is just subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social outlets. We put some pretty funny bowling content out there. And we also put out a lot of content about learning how to bowl better. And make sure you check out our YouTube channel. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we put out instructional tips to help you bowl better. Absolutely free. All we ask is for you to subscribe to the channel. And then two other things that I like to plug as well. If you would like to support the channel, we also have a merch shop available over at InsideBowling.com. And you can save 15% with that coupon code YouTube that we have up on the screen at all times. And also, we also have BackstageBowling.com is also available for you to check out. You can start a 7-day free trial if you'd like to learn how to get better at bowling. We put out all the instructional videos, but what we do with those videos is you can't have a conversation with the coaches, and that's what Backstage Bowling is for. It's an online Facebook group. You can talk to those four coaches, Brian and Shannon O'Keefe, Mike Jasnow, and Mike Shady. I got the final standings right here in front of me. I'm just going to double check and make sure they align exactly with what I have. Yep, 83.50 with the bonus, 82.01. Rick Justice and Billy Rogers, Kevin Williams and Tim Barrett third, Cam Hurwitz, Alex Keplinger fourth, Darren Chapman, Aaron Ruiz fifth, Josh Imhoff, Jimmy McMartin sixth, Brian Brigman and Glenn Brown seventh, Brian Kirkendall, and Donnie Wilson eighth. So there you have it. Folks, thanks for interacting with me in the chat all weekend. You know I love you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. It's Sunday. Many of you have to work again on Monday. Those of you that are entrepreneurs like myself, we work every single day, so every day is kind of just like another, right? But make sure you have enough time to spend time with your friends and family. We got Thanksgiving coming up next month. Make sure that you enjoy that and have fun holiday shopping this year. I hear there's not going to be much stuff available. So check out Inside Bowling. We'll have stuff available. All right, so on behalf of the entire staff here at All Fam Bowling and Entertainment Center, Corky's and Brian Kennedy, our guys here on the ground taking care of everything. And for all of you for watching, I'm Mike Flanagan. We'll see you on our next broadcast here on Inside Bowling. It was a pleasure. We'll see you later.